So often I get asked how to build a YouTube channel. And I'm not really sure if I'm actually qualified to answer that question because, for one, I'm relatively small compared to people that are actually successful on YouTube. And secondly, a lot of my very meager success has been due to luck, quite frankly. But maybe I can offer a little insight. Now, I'm going to talk about YouTube specifically in this video, but I feel like it could apply to other creative endeavors, particularly ones that involve an interaction between you and your audience. I find it very interesting that people are asking me this question these days because it's something that I used to research and ask people myself. A few years ago, I decided that I was going to pursue a career as a full-time YouTuber. And that's kind of a far-fetched goal, and actually more recently I've modified and expanded upon my career goals. But at the time I considered it similar to pursuing a career in like music or writing or art. Something that is definitely tough to pull off, but definitely not impossible, as noted by the fact that tons of people have done it before. So I just had to figure out how to do it, like what are the steps. So I researched it, I looked up a lot of things, I asked a lot of people, and honestly I didn't find that much useful or applicable information. And I think this is because there's really no tried and true way to become successful on YouTube. When I was researching, I saw a lot of things like make your titles catchy, use good thumbnails, buy good equipment, and I'm sure all those things are important, but none of them seem to have a direct correlation with YouTube success. And I don't know that there is any one thing that always results in success on YouTube, but after a while I noticed a common theme among almost everybody who is successful on YouTube. Whether only moderately successful like myself or massively huge like Jenna Marbles or Vlogbrothers or something like that. And that common theme is good videos. Now, when I say good videos, I don't mean artistic masterpieces shot with $1,000 equipment. I simply mean well-made, well-edited videos that people like. And pretty much everyone that is successful on YouTube has that. They've learned how to engage people, they've learned how to keep their videos at appropriate length, they've learned how to edit videos, they've learned how to make their videos not look and sound shitty, things like that. And I know a lot of times people say things like, Jenna Marbles not funny, she fucking sucks, why is she so popular? But you're like missing the point. She makes good videos. Obviously everything is not going to be for everyone, but she makes videos that people like and that people share all the time. So really the first step to becoming successful on YouTube is make good videos. And if you're not experienced with making YouTube videos, it's gonna take practice and trial and error, just like everything else. Not that my videos are amazing or anything, but you should have seen the shit that I was making like 3 years ago. It was awful. And for some reason, no one really pointed that out to me when I was researching and asking around. Even though to me right now, it seems to be the #1 most important thing. I don't know, that seems like common sense, but you probably won't believe how many people ask, how can I get big on YouTube? And then you go to their channel and all their videos are terrible. A good idea is to look at people you like on YouTube and see what it is that they're doing that you're not doing. You know, maybe their editing is better, maybe they're funnier, maybe they're more energetic. And once you figured out how to make decent videos, the next step is to do that a lot, like every day or every week or every 2 weeks. Consistency is the key to building an audience. There are lots of great channels that I think would have tens of thousands more subscribers if only they made videos more often. A lot of people recommend that you stick to a schedule, and that's a great idea. Personally, sticking to a schedule is kind of difficult for me in my situation, so I try to compensate by just making a lot of videos. And in the past, I've neglected to do that, and I think my channel suffered as a result. I think I lost a lot of engagement from my audience, and I wasn't growing as fast as I could have. People often say that it's harder to gain subscribers on YouTube now than it used to be just because the market is so saturated right now. And maybe I'm biased, but I don't really agree with that. Like, social media is a huge deal now, way more than it was back in 2007 and 2008. And also sites like Reddit and Upworthy have such a huge impact on the internet discourse. I got my first big boost on YouTube when I had like 600 subscribers, and one of my friends shared one of my videos on Reddit. But before that happened, I had to make a decent video in the first place. And the people who came to my channel from Reddit wouldn't have stayed if there weren't other decent videos there. So once you get those 2 steps out of the way, then you can start thinking about catchy titles and tags and thumbnails and collaborations and branding. But just make some good shit first, and I promise eventually people will watch it. That's just me though. What should the next video be about? Drop a comment. I want to give a shout out to all of the new subscribers. How you doing? Please press the thumbs up button and subscribe if you like my hair. Holla. I want to give a special shout out to Sebastian, Eric, Lori, Debbie, Catherine, and Avins for supporting me on Patreon. Check out the link at the end screen if you'd like to support me as well.